I never knew there was a love like this before. Never had someone to show me a love like this before. I never knew there was a love like this before. Never had someone to show me a love like this before. I never knew there was a love like this before. Never had someone to show me a love like this before. I never knew there was.
Beautiful. Then you gonna get some gel. Don't rake this through. It's gonna hold your curls. Clump! Clump! Ah! Now get a blow dryer. Diffuser on. Heat high, fan high. Don't touch your hair. Just let it dry. Let the gel set. Once the gel has set, then you can go into your roots and dry your roots. Massage them a little. Then you can go in once they dry. Do the thing that you see in every video with curls. Go up, up, up. Then get a pick. And look at that. Look at that shit. Yay!
What's up, everyone? It's Books&Looks TV. Today I'm going to be talking about how Shea Moisture was once predominantly black owned, how it came pretty much whitewashed. Shea Moisture is a line of natural hair and skincare products that was founded in 1991 by Richelieu Dennis, a Liberian-born entrepreneur who moved to the United States as a refugee. Products are based on the recipes and ingredients that Dennis learned from his grandmother, Sophie Tucker, who sold shea butter and other homemade remedies in Sierra Leone. The products are also inspired by the African culture and heritage of Dennis and his family.
I'm originally from Liberia, and my father is Liberian and my mother is Sierra Leonean, and so my grandmother was Sierra Leonean. She had 4 kids and was widowed by the time she was 19. She was in the countryside, right, very rural part of Sierra Leone called Chabro Island, town in Chabro Island called Bonth. She started making different hair and skin concoctions using like the local ingredients to sell to the missionaries, because the missionaries were that's a period of time where the missionaries were coming into Africa and weren't finding the things that they were used to back in the West, right? So she just started producing more in bulk or more units beyond, because everybody would make for their own individual families. And so she just started making more and selling to them so that she could support her kids. And you know, one of the things that I'm most proud of in my family history is that as a result of doing that and selling in that village market under those extraordinarily difficult conversations, she was back in the 40s able to find ways to send her kids all the way from there and that beginning and that background here to the U.S. to get educated and then back, right?
Shea Moisture and his parents' company, Sundial Brands, promoted shampoos, lotions, and soaps on Harlem streets. Shea Moisture was initially appreciated by many black women with natural hair who found the products to be effective, affordable, and accessible. The products catered to the specific needs and challenges of Afro-textured hair, such as dryness, breakage, and shrinkage. The products also celebrated the diversity and beauty of natural hair and encouraged black women to embrace their hair and identity. However, Shea Moisture also faced criticism and controversy over the years, especially in 2017 when the company released a video advertisement that featured mostly white women and one light-skinned black woman. In 2017 when the company released a video advertisement about hair hate.
People would like throw stuff in my hair, and then I'd just be walking and there'd be like little paper balls in my hair. I hated it because it's like, oh, I have this, and people make fun of me for it.
It was lots of days staring in the mirror like, I don't know what to do with it.
I just didn't feel like I was supposed to be a redhead. I dyed my hair blonde for 7 years of my life, platinum blonde.
I didn't really embrace my natural hair. But then, you know, as I got older, I learned how to do it, and I learned how to love it. Shea Moisture, holy grail right here.
It just gives us all the results that we need. It's kind of that go-to product.
I think a good hair day is the best kind of day. I feel like I have conquered the world.
I love my hair. I love the volume. I love the curl. I love the texture. I love everything about it. Everything about it.
Everybody
Everybody gets love.
Many black women felt betrayed and offended by the advertisement, which they perceived as a sign of the company's disregard for its loyal and original customer base. They accused the company of whitewashing its brand and diluting its message in order to appeal to a wider and mainstream market. Black women argued that the commercial communicated a dismissal of the very communities that made the company $700 million, as well as the communities they used in Liberia to source the ingredients. Additionally, they expressed their frustration and disappointment with the lack of representation and recognition for Black women with natural hair in the beauty industry. Shea Moisture apologized for the advertisement and removed it from its social media platforms. The company also claimed that it was not abandoning its core values and customers, but rather expanding its reach and inclusivity. The company also stated that it was committed to supporting and empowering Black women and communities through various initiatives and programs, such as investing in Black-owned businesses, donating to Black-led organizations, and creating scholarships for Black women. So now I'm going to get into the public opinion piece about Shea Moisture's advertisement and pretty much about what some would call selling out to white stream corporations.
Negro, please. Didn't somebody tell you this was an all-white party? Huh? Someone get this jigaboo away.
Are y'all ready to talk about this yet?
What does Shea Moisture, Miel Organics, and the Democratic Party have in common? They're willing to sacrifice and alienate themselves from their current core to expand to a new core base of customers, supporters that centers white women. And on paper, that makes sense. White women are the majority of the majority. They're the biggest voting bloc in America. They would have the biggest buying power, right? And so if you get loyalty and a relationship, then you will have the biggest market share. But what the paper don't tell you, honey, is that they are the least reliable group in America, especially if it's something for public good that does not center them. Because keeping up with the Joneses is a misnomer, right? It's being superior to the Joneses, to the Johnsons, to the Jacksons, to the Ali. And so these brands and these political parties are willing to sacrifice their core, which happen to be Black women, and alienate themselves from them with the hopes of gaining support of white women. And, well, let's look at Shea Moisture. Shea Moisture builds brand loyalty, is the most used and recognized natural hair care brand that's readily available. And what do? We want to be beyond the multi-ethnic aisle. We don't need special aisles. And that's what they do with their marketing. They snatch out anybody unambiguously Black, and then they lower the quality of their product. They up the price point just a little bit, change the packaging, and now they're beyond the multi-ethnic aisle. Do they get chose? No, it didn't work out. They didn't get the market share that they thought they were going to get. And so now they're back. Now their marketing is Black again. Now it's remember what we used to have. But baby, there's no love in this house. And notice, it wasn't let's see what they need and expand our offerings. Well, actually it was. Because it's not about quality. It's not making sure your needs are met. It's making sure you are centered, most seen, and superior. The Democratic Party does this every time there's a conversation about policing or school funding or environmental allocation. What about the white woman in the suburbs? They don't feel safe. They actively work against their core, and still, with all those sacrifice, they don't get chose. Good luck, Miel.
I know I'm going to make somebody Afro itch with this one, but I'm sorry, okay? I was in the store looking for some natural hair products, some real natural hair products. You know, no fragrance. And Shea Moisture got one of the cleanest products I ever seen.
Pretty pink pussy. Mama got that ushy gushy. What he tell me what he booked me? When you make it to the top, don't stop. And I does it very well.
This right here. Let me just show a little hair because I was looking like an egghead. But I actually agree with this because
When I used to use the leave-in conditioner, the Jamaican black castor oil one from Shea Moisture, it was so good when it first came out, and that was also the time when I started my natural hair journey and I took it more seriously. And it used to smell so good and it worked so well for my hair. But I remember where I purchased it again, because I've had like maybe 2 or 3, and it just was completely different. Like the smell was off, it dried out my hair, it just wasn't working as it used to anymore, and I wasn't sure why. So if it's because they changed their formulas once, you know, they sold it to a different company, whatever, then that tells you everything. My personal opinion is, if you don't have curly hair, you have no business in curly hair business. You don't know what's good for us. We're just here to make profit. And
Shea Moisture is killing your hair, and I don't care what you say about it. I'm going to show you in this video.
Okay, a lot of y'all have no range. Y'all don't have the range to have. I don't care how long you've been doing it. I don't care if you call yourself a professional or expert. And no, this is not me defending Shea Moisture. We all know that Shea Moisture is a cheesecake factory of hair care brands. But there's been a lot of pale faces telling black people stop using oils, stop using butters on our hair. Y'all keep on bringing up Shea Moisture can too and other brands that are not black owned, but they target us. These are companies that sold their companies to P&G Beauty, and their products no longer work for our hair. If it does work for our hairs, we have to use a lot of it to make it work, which is why we have buildup. Our people, we do need to reclaim oils and butters and learn how to use them properly. I will say that. Telling us to stop using oils and butters is anti-black.
But I'm so sorry if this did come off the wrong way, if my use of those products.
So basically in the other video that she did, she was just posting the products that she used for like her curly hair, which was like Shea Moisture, Cantu, you know, a lot of the stuff that black people use. Remember, I made a video saying that some of the products that I had listed in that video were not for us. It pissed a lot of people off, by the way, but it's cool. Those companies cater to curly hair. The girl clearly has curly hair in the video. Those products do not belong to just black people specifically. And this is why I said that everything that they make is not for us. But girl, apologize for what? You ain't do anything wrong. Now that girl that keep purposely putting cornrows in her head to piss y'all off, how about y'all leave that energy for her? Because this girl ain't do nothing.
Moisture will dry out your hair. It will make it look frizzy.
You're not serious. You're not serious. I can't throw this away, man. What? The way everyone's switching Shea Moisture, man. Nah, I can't die like this.
Problem with Shea Moisture in particular, and also Cantu, is
black woman, please go back and watch that video and read the comments and come back to this video so you could be just as mad as I am. Imagine Shea Moisture, one of the most hyped up products of the early 2000s, because it delivered high quality ingredients and a great formula that worked wonders for our natural hair. Only for them to sell out in 2017. Yo, I cried. I cried because I was wondering why my hair smoothie wasn't working. And I had to look it up, and I found out it was because they sold out. They sold out to incorporate them to be more diverse for what? What? They ruined the formula, and even the people they were trying to incorporate, the sour cream skin tone people with their straight, dainty hair types, they're trying to incorporate them, and they don't even like our products. So now you guys have raised the price and changed the formula for what? At the expense of who? Me! They took hip-hop from us. They taking our hair products from us. The price of oxtail is raising. You know what's going to go next? Seasoning. You've been warned.
If Shea Moisture is bad for my hair, why is this my hair on Shea Moisture? This isn't even fully dry. I don't get it.
Got this months ago. Let's talk about the epidemic of this here.
A user says, Shea Moisture just did an entire commercial with 4 women speaking, 3 white and 1 racially ambiguous, then had the nerve to be about quote-unquote hair hate, as if their original target demographic spends the most money in hair care products doesn't receive the most hate. In completely unrelated news, how is Camille Rose's line, "I need something for 3C to 4C, yes, I have the whole spectrum"? Shea Moisture had hashtag all hair textures matter, especially white girls. I'm not personally affected because I mostly use water and natural oils in my hair. Also, I remember when they sold to a company associated with Mitt Romney a couple years back, so this is no surprise to me. Shea Moisture is a business. They're trying to get market share. This is capitalism. It's extremely hard for any business, especially a super successful black-owned, trailblazing one, to stay independent and not quote-unquote sell out. Hate to say it, their loyalty lies with the greenbacks. I ain't mad at them. They, however, must understand who their customer base is, just as they have the right to conduct business as they see fit. Their consumers have the right to respond. Oh, and respond they did. The way they did it was not good business, and their customer base let them know that. Proud of how black women responded with their wallets. One of the only way that matters. Y'all gonna learn not to mess with black women. Hashtag till you do right by us. Paints nails emoji. Ugh, there's so much here having to do with black hair. Without understanding all of the issues black women have to go through with their hair, what their natural hair symbolizes, and that many black women have been told time and time again that their natural hair isn't good enough, you probably won't understand the full reason why people are upset. When white women are told on a regular basis that they need to change their hair to be acceptable, then we can talk. I understand both sides of this as well. Natural kinky hair is only new emerging as beautiful. Also, when you start to cater your product for everyone, does the formula not need to change? What is needed for kinky hair is a lot of moisture, and Shea Moisture products provide that. If they feel they have to cater to all hair types, that's when it moves away from being moisturizing and becomes a more watered down version to suit the needs of everyone, which then turns its back on the very people who have been using and supporting the product from the beginning. I get the conversation, but that fear of losing a product is real, and there not being any to begin with doesn't help. Y'all need to understand that there are only 6 to 7 major corporations in the industry that own literally everything. If you want to make money from your brand, eventually you will have to sell it to one of those. Let's hope Mael chooses the best one. I totally get capitalizing and securing your future with a bigger bag, but when they do sell, the new owners will change the formula to market to non-black people, so we continue to have to search for products that work for our hair. I have locks now and they are low maintenance. But when Shea Moisture changed, I noticed a big difference in how my hair felt. Like, the issue is not about white or Asian women being able to wear the product, because we can. If you got the money, anyone can buy and use the product. It's the fact that the brand with one commercial in this marketing campaign does not really mention their primary target market, which has been in the past black women. To begin with, have less of a selection of products that cater to their texture hair. Like, dope, you're trying to bring some more demographics, but don't take black women out of the equation. Maybe more commercials in the future will be more targeted towards black women. This commercial seems to be a cheap shot to try to bring white women or women with fine / straight hair in general to the stores to buy the product. I mean, commercials doesn't even really talk about the product at all, you know? It's literally a love all people, please buy our product ploy. It's a real poor marketing move, and I'm sure the company is figuring it out quick. It's not about exclusion, it's about a company disregarding, abandoning their primary demographic faces, textures that have been loyal since before they were a household name, and replacing them with familiar faces, textures that are considered more mainstream. I had no idea Caucasian women suffered hair hate. Didn't know any had been fired from jobs, suspended from school, and had pending court cases, all because of the natural state of their hair. Thanks, Shea Moisture. Have you ever seen a Garnier Fructis commercial without a white woman in it? Suave, herbal essence. White women get full representation in everything. It's probably why you side with Shea Moisture. If we are overreacting, why are all our hair products in a separate aisle at the stores? Why are black hair products not in the hair care section next to L'Oreal, Pantene, and Suave? You have and I shouldn't be allowed to use Shea's product because it was made for a particular group of men and women. What makes that is a little hurtful to me. That's exactly what we feel every time we have to buy shampoo. Every time. Ever since I can remember myself, personal care products have been separate. Is that hurtful to me? How do young black girls explain that to their friends when they go shopping for their products? Is it a walk of shame? Is it hurtful? Is it demeaning that mainstream hair care products can make your hair grow, but will make my hair fall out? Most importantly, have you ever noticed? No, you don't get it. Is it really? Founder of Shea Moisture bought Essence. Same founder who had the team of all white women. The same one who produced commercials without any black women. We need to start defining blackness specifically. Like, yes, this may be a melanated man descended from black people, but he's not for us. Not economically or socially black. So those are the public opinions. Demographics of Shea Moisture's customers changed over time, obviously, as the company expanded its product range and market share. The company started with catering to black women with natural hair, later diversified its products to include other hair types and textures, such as curly, wavy, straight, fine, or thick hair. The company has also branched out into other categories such as skincare, body care, men's grooming, baby care, and cosmetics. The company also reached out to other ethnic groups and communities such as Hispanic, Asian, Native American, and Caucasian consumers. Owner of Shea Moisture remained the same until 2017 when Rochelle sold the company to Unilever, multinational consumer goods corporation. It stated that he sold the company in order to gain more resources and opportunities to grow his brand and vision. He also stated that he retained creative control and decision-making power over the company's products and operations. He also founded a new venture called Sundial Brands, which is a parent company of Shea Moisture and other natural beauty brands. So in conclusion, personally, I was dibbling dabbling with returning to natural in 2009, and there weren't many hair care products. And I do remember that you could buy in store. I think in 2011 when I did a big chop instead of trying to outgrow my hair. And again, there weren't many natural hair care products. And Moisture was one of the first hair care products I found and used. It was thick. You could definitely tell a difference when it became more popular. And like it was like a mass production of it. And I did notice after a while, I started seeing it more so in drugstores. And it just didn't have the same level of consistency, which I felt like the product had changed. I just wanted to talk about in general how a lot of black owners do feel compelled to sell the brand when it becomes larger, etc. I feel like Shea Moisture could have slowly maneuvered its way into other audiences by just being upfront with its black consumers and saying, hey y'all, we really care about y'all, but for our operational purposes, we're going to expand our products. We might eventually sell it. I think that black women would have still probably been upset, the owner or the marketing team, whatever, had it be known that it would have been like a softer approach. I also think if they probably marketed certain sectors, so it's like black hair care, they let it be known, hey, this is our original line, this is for kinkier textures, and this line, this probably is for looser curl patterns, more I guess authentic about it overall. I think people would have been more receptive. In general, being honest or having integrity is part of black culture, not doing shady or sneaky stuff. And I feel like a lot of people feel like that what happened was shady and sneaky, and since everything happened before it was even sold, it was kind of like, how can I even trust this product? So that's all I want to say about this for now. Let me know what you think down below. Do you still use Shea Moisture? If so, what's your favorite type? If you don't use it, why don't you use it anymore? Thank you for listening to Books and Looks TV. I'll see y'all next time.